Well, good morning. Back to the drawing board on this. As you can see, a few things are missing because I can stick my hand straight through there. And that's not supposed to be like that. So we got this platform pretty much straightened out last night. And I just made a couple of these. We broke one, and this one was pretty bent up, so I salvaged it, but I think this piece is ready to go back on the head. So allegedly, this grain bin's almost full. I haven't been up there and checked it, so run up there with a tester, see where my moisture's at, see how many more days I'm gonna have to run that fan, and see how full it is. 13.9 I can live with. Got about, probably 2 more semi-loads and this bin will be full, but these definitely cleaned up a lot. I'm liking where the combine's set now. Called the tire shop and they do have a tire for this, so gonna get this thing jacked up and take the rim off, run it to town and get a tire real quick. I've got the tire off, headed back to town to go get a new tire. Seems to be a common theme in these videos where I fix things in the morning, run during the day, tear stuff up later in the day, and fix it the next morning. That's how the first 3 days have gone so far. I would say by the end of the week, be out in that field cutting it. It looks pretty dry already. And now, a quick commercial break from the hired hand cam, who's still learning to hold his phone like this, and not like this.
We got a little hole in the auger. You see that right there above the J&M to the left?
Grabbed some lunch after the tire shop, and I wish I wouldn't have because I've gotten behind every freaking slow driver on the way home. Speed limit's 50 through here, we're going 30, and I'm about to start shooting. So I started to get that plate lined up on the bean head, but that's gonna be a 2-man job getting that just so and all lined up, let alone getting the bolts in. So got a guy coming, he's gonna help me with that after a while. In the meantime, I'm gonna mow what little yard I can get mowed. He said he'd be about an hour before he could get here. My yard's getting really tall and there is no chance of rain the next 2 weeks, so I would say we will be going wide open harvest time. So I'm gonna mow my yard while I can. Everything's fixed and we're back to regular. Well, everything's fixed and we're back to regular programming. Headed back to the field for the 4th time. Hopefully the 4th time's the charm. We're gonna finish it today. Well, it's only 5:30 today, but we're back in the field, so it only took all day to get in the field, but should finish this field up. Don't have any help right now, so no sense in dumping on the cart when you can just dump on the semi. Save the auger if I can. That came open though. My wife's supposed to be running me the washer and the nut that I forgot at home. Shut that up. Kind of forgot about it. The cool thing about this auger is being able to watch, about this camera, is being able to watch what's going in the truck. or the cart or whatever you're dumping on. See exactly where you're putting it and how full it is and all that. But it appears that the cart's here. Just in time, too. I don't think he's ran this thing yet. He's ran the tractor a lot, but not with the cart. So, kick her on and let her rip. Beans are still a little bit green in here, but it's just in this one spot, so not too bad. These Midland radios make things kind of nice when you're communicating like this. Makes things real nice. Speed up, slow down, you're too close, you're too far, I'm full, you're not. Alright, come ahead and pull up. We should be good from here on out. Just about got empty, but there was a washout ditch, so we shut her down. These beans down here in the bottom are doing really good. They're just kind of green still. They're still testing dry. It's got green stems and dry pods. They're popping out on the windshield right now. Kick her back on. It's definitely pulling the combine down a little bit though. These green stems, it's not liking it. Do what? I still didn't hear a word you said.
Have you heard the weird squeak this thing is making? It sounds like the turbo.
Hang on a second, my head's plugged. Okay, there was a minor commercial break. I got into a patch of weeds that did not get sprayed like they should have, and I plugged the head up. No big deal, we're going still. Yeah. Run it till it breaks, I don't know. Scooting along 5 miles an hour. Just like the song says. Which is pretty quick to be cutting these. Alright, this should be enough to top you off. I need to fire the guy that sprayed this, but if I fired him, I'd be unemployed. Pretty sure the sprayer was going empty on the very last pass of the field, so I kind of turned my pressure down a little bit. We're going to get him a full load on there, I believe. This is kind of one of those iceberg dead ahead moments. I got some weeds to attend to up here. It's going to be fun to cut through those. There's good beans in them. I hate to leave it, but I also really hate to cut through that. Slow and steady. Slow and steady. It ate them up, so that's good. One less patch of weeds to look at for the year. Yeah, it looks like somebody cut a hayfield over there. It's a little bit green. Just slow down and choke them through, and now we can speed up a little bit. I'm running the reel lower than I'd like, but in these green things, this feeds a lot better running it low. So hopefully I'm not popping too many out. I'm running the reel slow, but I'm just low and slow is the name of the game in this greener stuff. The way that the dust is just hanging in the air like it is, it's definitely a sign of the barometer being low, moisture moving in. A lot of times when it starts to look like that, it gets gets real tough real quick. So hopefully we can cut to over there. Say there's about 10 acres left. Import. So hopefully we can get the rest of this field cut tonight. I don't see any reason why we couldn't, but I cut most of the greener stuff out over there, so everything over here, you can kind of see the clay points where they've just burned up. This part of the field never makes much of anything at all. But then you get out of where those washes are and there's no topsoil left, and back into this. So hopefully some years of cover cropping and no-tilling and we can start to build that ground back up. But for right now, it is what it is. I've got some rye and blend of some other cover crops that I'm planning on putting on some of those spots. These are some really, really good beans down here. Really, really good beans. This is probably the best spot in this field so far. They're staying pretty consistent, 80, 90 bushel right down in through here. I'm keeping him busy in the cart, that's for sure. I keep catching the head dragging stuff up underneath it, which it tends to do when things start to get a little bit tough. A draper head would help with that, but not completely alleviate it. But they're definitely picking up some moisture. I don't know that I'll run the bin fan tonight. Really hate to suck more moisture in the bin than I'm pushing out, but I also hate to quit running air through it, period. So I really don't know what the right or wrong answer is to that. So you guys can let me know on your soybean bins, if you've got moisture moving in at night, do you shut the fans off or leave them running? Because in corn I always leave them running, but beans just pick up moisture so easily that I hate to leave them running. So let me know what you guys do. Got tongue-tied there. I'm getting kind of hungry. I had to call the lunch lady. She says she's gonna whip up something real quick, so we'll see what she comes up with. We got our siren on. Must be getting pretty full. It's a good thing he's right there. Always there to catch me when I call. That's a good cart driver. Yeah, you're loaded on that one. That ought to fill semi. All right. Well, that's one truckload, which is a little bit more than I thought was going to be out here, because there's still a few beans in the field. What is it? You cut more beans in a crooked row? Is that how that goes? Yeah, you plant more, you cut more, right? It's a shame I planted straight and combine crooked. So he's off to dump. I'm off to cut the last couple passes, and that'll be that for this field, except for that little patch of beans across the ditch there. Well, we do not have much left. Well, it's officially official. The lights have come on. He's got his on, and I just flicked mine on, mainly because I think they look cool. And it looks like way off in the distance that the dinner wagon's here. So here's the pass I've been looking for 3.5 days. We could have cut this field in a day. But between wet beans and breakdowns, it didn't happen. But I definitely know that the combine has the capacity to wipe out 120 acres in a day pretty easily. And pretty good beans to finish up a last pass on, so I'm liking that. Okay, he's completely full. He said that he's full and can't get another bushel on the semi, and he's still got 10,000 pounds in the cart. And I'm hoping it all fits, because I'm getting kind of full too, and I still have that little patch across there to cut. So there it is, the last beans of this 120. That is, well, this field puts us about 1/9 of the way done. Yeah, 1/8 of the way done, close to it. So I'm gonna dump what's left on the combine in the cart, and we'll head in towards the farm and get everything unloaded. Just about got her empty. There's a good deal in the good bit in the cart there, and that semi is definitely pretty full, so not too bad for this field. Ended up averaging about 62. Well, it wasn't my wife, it was my mom that brought dinner, but their cars look the same. So he's gonna follow me with the cart. We're gonna run up and unhook the head real quick and try and get everything moved home and empty. The cart's still a little over half full, which I really don't like taking the carts up the road with grain in them, but the semi's full and we really don't have a choice right now. I'd say that's full. I'd say I've got bright lights, and I'd say so does he. Okay, we got our siren on, our flashers on, night vision camera on, head's off, his flashers are on. We're ready for road. Hit the road and get out of here. I would have liked to get the combine cleaned off tonight, but that is probably not going to happen. That'll wait till morning. Alright, it's time to get out of here. If those dang cars weren't always in the road holding us farmers up, you know, I think it's actually the other way around, but I'd say we're gonna leave a nice trail of bean dust up the road. It feels good to have the first field done, especially since the first field's 120 acres. All right, so we can shut this rig down. My ride even pulled up to pick me up, so I don't have to walk from the back shed, so can't beat the service around here. I'm gonna get this thing shut off. And it does this cool thing where it kicks the side light on as soon as you shut it off, which is pretty nice of it. Dumping truck. They're nice and dusty, nice and dry, nice and clean too. Just listen to this little purr. I love that sound. 5.9 Cummins, about half throttle. Just purring on this auger. Switching hoppers. Got the back empty, we're moving to the front. Beautiful. Now we just got to dump the cart on the front hopper. And as you can see, those are some bright lights. Oh yeah. Just giving her. Listen to her purr. All right, enough talking about how much I like how my tractor sounds. We'll get the cart empty real quick. It says it's got 12,000 pounds in it, so not too bad. Not bad for not fitting on a truck. See if I can remember how to drive this thing. I haven't ran it. Haven't ran it in the field hardly at all since we got in the field. Which I guess is a good problem to have. Got plenty of good friends that have been helping out. See if I can wiggle it in here or not. Okay, PTO. Open the gate a little. And throttle. We'll get her wound up here. We may not wind her up too much because I don't know how many beans have actually come out of that front hopper yet. I'm pretty sure that this grain cart dumps faster than that swing away. Actually just going to back the gate off a little bit just in case. No sense getting in a hurry. Life's good. First field's done. Believe it or not, I didn't have any breakdowns today. But don't you guys worry, because I'll still have to service the combine in the morning. I'd rather not, but probably should, or I'm going to have a lot of breakdowns. She's under half empty, or over half empty, however you want to look at it. Really, really good load of corn on this thing. I can get 30,000 pounds on, but it's not a big cart. I wish it was bigger, but you got to deal with the unit size that you're dealt, you know. And it appears that this unit is petering out, so shut the gate down, wind her back down, run the auger empty. She's ready for the shed. Okay, forward gear, to the shed we go. He's watching that, so hopefully by the time we get back, that truck will be empty. I gotta say, I like it better with the lights on. It's always more fun running equipment with all the lights on. Alright, we're tucking number 2 in for the night. Combine's getting dirty. We're only cutting 120 acres. I mean, come on. Take care of yourself. It's getting real dirty, especially the feeder house. Have to give that thing a nice blowing off in the morning. So that's that for tonight. Good night, ladies. Oh, I think I just peeled out a little bit in the semi. So she is empty. Everything's empty, except for that grain bin, which is pretty dang full. So that's that for tonight. It's hard to find good help. Pulling a 30-foot head right through my front yard, I tell you what. It's almost like I told him to do it or something. Can't have anything nice around here. Well, as you can see, it's not completely full, but it's pretty close to full. They got a little bit trashy because they were getting tough tonight, and I was cutting some green stuff along the trees there, but that's all right. It'll blend and dry off. Not too bad of a sample, but I could get a few more beans in here, but I really hate to, because when the bin roofs start sweating, they start drawing moisture, so that's about perfect. So for one field, one grain bin, not too bad. Buddy's heading out. We've been talking for 20 minutes, you know, solving the world's problems. But he's headed out. He's some pretty dang good help. So's his brother. They're really, really good help, and you can't really put a price on good help like that. So I am going to close up the shop here, get a shower, and go to bed actually a little bit early tonight, so that's kind of nice. And I'm going to bed tonight with the peace of mind that I don't have anything to fix that's broken in the morning. Or at least I don't in the dark. In the light of day, who knows? It's hard telling what I'll find, but as of right now, nothing to fix, except this door latch right here. But thank you guys again for watching. These videos that I've been posting, I've been trying to do one a day. It's kind of difficult to keep up with, but basically I get a shower and then lay in bed for an hour putting these together. So it is what it is. Not too terribly difficult. That's why you don't see me flying drones or throwing GoPros together and stuff like that, because it takes just so much longer to edit video when you start doing that. But I hope to be able to do that someday. But farming primarily by myself, it's hard to find the time. I mean, it really is. So I hope you guys are content with the content of these videos. But thanks again for watching. Until next time, should have another one tomorrow.